Hey guys, it's M to the A to the D.Y. I don't know, but today is Distractible Day. Hooray! So today's episode is called Anything Goes. Now, when you say anything, is it anything, or are we gonna have rules? I don't know what's entailed, but if I can remember correctly, Wade is the host, if I can remember correctly. So, we're gonna have something for today. If it's another game show, let's hope it's not as horrible as Don't Laugh. So, let's see what it has.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractible, a Wood Elf production. This week, Mark hosts and erratically gives out points or not, while Bob gets wet again in another aquatic tale. Wade maintains that only the wealthy, a man's best friend, use Max, and Bob gives his tips on PvP, while Wade tries everyone for their choice of porn displays. Yes, it's time for Anything Goes. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
I'm prepared.
Hello, everyone, one and all. Welcome back to Distractible, the only podcast where you can get your daily dose of entertainment from some random trio of men. No one's ever done a podcast like that before in the world.
No, very unique.
No, very unique.
Very unique.
Very unique.
Here on Distractible, we compete. I am the host for today, which
Oh,
means
it's
I will
Mark.
be the judge of my fellow co-hosts and not competitors to me, but competitors to each other. Is there a word for that?
Competitors?
No, competitor. Like, we're not all competing, but you two are competing.
I think
That's
the way
just
you described that is that you were the host and we're the competitors.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Bob and Wade, how are you guys doing today?
I'm alright.
Oh, great.
Very
Feeling
good.
like the paragon of health. Feeling really 100%.
Oh, wow.
I'm whatever the opposite of that is, but that's fine.
Dead.
I mean, I'm alive, I guess. No, so, okay. No.
You okay, Bob?
Alive. Still alive. I do have the Rona, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
no.
that's fun.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Like the Masharona kind of Rona.
Oh, it's a party. It's just like that song.
Okay.
Good times all around. Good times.
Poor
Everybody
Bob.
loves it. Well, I'm sorry about that, Bob. I'll give you some pity points if you want to start off with that.
Oh, please, Mark. Please.
No, Bob,
I'm gonna
no.
give you 3 points to start this off.
Oh, okay.
I got sunburn and my body's feeling really itchy.
Oh, no, yeah, that's how it's just as bad.
Yeah,
That's
when
just as
sunburn
bad
sounds
as
bad,
Corona,
yeah.
man. That's
It's
just as
Because I'm
bad.
bald, and when you're bald, sunburn on your shoulders hurts worse.
Somehow, yeah, okay.
How even you did that?
Yeah.
You kind of suntan wizard?
I guess the bald head reflected the sun better than the normal shoulders, you useless shoulders.
I don't know if that's exactly how that works, but I'm not going to give you any points for that because I don't want to have a comparable metric to how bad COVID is versus your sunburn. Because if I give you like 1 point, oh, is a sunburn a third as bad as COVID? I don't want to be the arbitrator of that.
I like that. I think you should do that, Mark.
Yeah, I think you should do.
I think that's a theme of the episode. Rating illnesses and how severe they are.
It actually...
Why my illness is worth more than yours.
It's actually not the theme of the episode. But is there anything...
Bold of you to choose that.
Yeah, bold of me to choose that. Is there anything going on in you guys' lives that you want to discuss before we get into the main brunt of the episode?
Unless this week's episode is about almost sinking a boat full of people, I have quite the story.
Sinking a boat
Oh,
full
yeah.
of people.
That's quite a way to start that off. And no, this episode is not about that.
A couple of weeks ago or a month ago, we both sunk a boat together.
What?
Remember
What?
the one where we were on a sinking ship and we had to like figure out how to save ourselves?
That wasn't real.
The moral versus immoral?
That was not real.
Then why did I drop that boat on that family?
Why did you if it was real?
Oh, Bob, you go ahead. Tell us about your story.
So probably the
Okay.
reason that I am sick because I had the hubris to go on a family vacation for the first time in a couple of years. So for the last week, I was in northern Michigan, staying on a lake with family, and part of this was that we rented a pontoon boat,
Sinner.
and we were taking that out on the lake and fishing and cruising around, and it was very nice. But one day we were like, let's cruise the lake, let's everyone load up And pontoon boats are very floaty. They don't really, it's basically like two barrels with a platform on top. You can't really sink it.
I love pontoons. I grew up with a pontoon, man. Those are great for family stuff.
They're very casual.
Mhm.
But the thing we neglected to pay attention to, Mandy's mom said something, but we did not pay attention to this. It's very windy this day. Gusts of wind up to 30 to 40 miles per hour on the lake.
Fun.
Which, you know, wind is fine. It's windy on the lake sometimes.
Mhm.
What that meant was the waves out in the deep, dark part of the lake, which is, of course, where you want to take a family cruise, got up to like a couple feet,
Mhm.
which is pretty crazy. So it's not that big of a lake. It's like a medium-sized lake. It's pretty crazy. And so we had this boat fully loaded down with people, like every seat taken sort of deal, and we're just cruising around. We come around the corner. This lake has sort of a bend in it. We come around to the part where the wind is blowing across the entire length of this lake, making these huge waves.
Oh my God! Oh, hold on. Hold the phone.
What?
What's happening? What's
All
happening?
right, Bob, you just earned yourself some points. You earned, oh God, you earned 0 points.
Oh.
What?
You earned 0 points.
Okay.
Didn't seem like an interruption at all. Why did I earn 0 points?
So I'm gonna let you get back to your story, but the theme of this episode is anything goes. I have a random timer that's going to go from anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes, 1 second to 5 minutes, and then when it goes off, the person who's talking at that moment will earn a random amount of points between 0 and 10, and you just happen to land. You were talking, but also the random
Why
point
is-
giver landed on 0.
Why 0 an option?
Well, you know.
So if we go like Bob's fridge route and we just let Bob talk about his boat the entire time, he can't lose.
Yeah, this is a long story, Wade. I don't want to.
No, but I mean, laughs. I will count laughs, interjections, small quips. I'll count anything if you're
Okay.
talking when it goes off.
What if I'm just mumbling underneath everything the entire time?
That will not count.
That's what Boat said. That's the way the pontoon crumbles. Go off, sounds okay.
All right,
So-
look, anyway, I'm glad I won 0 points. Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
We come around to the lake, and the waves are like a couple feet deep. And I don't know if you've ever seen a pontoon boat go directly into a wave instead of floating over it.
Oh yeah.
But if it looks from a distance anything like it feels when you're on the boat itself, death is coming for you. And
Oh.
it's terrifying.
Jesus.
Yeah, so like we came around the corner and some water came over the front and we were kind of like, whoa, it's windy. And then another big wave lined up perfectly where like the front edge of the boat dug into the water and the engine on the back of the
Oh
boat.
God! There it goes.
Oh, God damn it!
Hold on.
I said, wait, it's a long story.
Oh.
Bob, you just won yourself 2 points.
Hey!
Right.
5-0. I'm not even talked yet.
Well, I mean, yeah, hey.
You talked a bunch. You interrupted me a lot, actually.
Yeah,
You just
actually.
not at the right time.
I'm trying. Oh God, just crash your boat already.
Alright, so the nose of the boat dug into the wave and the engine on the back came out, and so we're like cruising along and the boat is kind of all woo, you know, engine-y.
We know
It
boats.
sure is, you know, it sure is. Noises and words.
But when the engine comes out of the water, it's all wow. So it's terrifying. And basically, Mandy's entire family was on this boat, except for Mandy, because she was like had a work thing she had to take care of for half an hour, so she didn't come. I almost killed Mandy's entire family on the boat.
Wow.
And
Jesus.
it was the kind of thing where
Well, you can always get a new one at familiesnew.com, right? You know, the sponsor of Talk Words.
I think there should be a rule that you have to be at least talking about something or saying actual words. You can't just
Yeah,
be
yeah.
mumbling
Can't just like
Yeah.
mumble stuff, Wade.
Words. I always mumble nonsense. That would exclude me from ever winning.
Hey, he's got a point.
That is
Well, I
point.
guess
That
you
is
should talk
that
better,
is
Wade.
point.
Oh, I got a point.
No, he does
Oh.
not.
No.
No,
Anyway,
that's
yeah,
not
that
that
shit's
easy.
terrifying. The water
Mhm.
came like a quarter of the
Whoa,
way.
Bob got it! Bob got it there! He just got
Yeah.
It's me.
it! Literally right as you stopped talking.
Oh my God.
And Bob, you won 4 points!
Dude, I
Hey!
love a fair game mode.
I love
It
it.
really is.
I love
completely
this.
random, so...
Oh.
All right, Wade, you got any stories? I told the story, kind of the sinking boat.
Well, against my better judgment here, I want to talk about the pontoon bit, because I grew up with a pontoon in my family. And whenever you were going straight at it, like, if you hit it straight on, then I guess you're just kind of bouncing a little bit. But if there's, like, a tiny bit of angle, I don't know about the pontoon you have, but the pontoon we had, the front had, like, the two pontoons kind of came to a point, and there were, like, these two flat, like, bits of metal on the side. So if you hit a wave just right, anyone on the front of the pontoon got fucking drowned by all of the water splashing up.
Yeah, it sprays like crazy.
Yeah, so I didn't know if whenever you hit the wave, everyone got drenched from, like, the pontoon part dipping under, or if your boat was just like, hey, goodbye, see ya. 'Cause I don't know how they make pontoons now.
Everyone got wet because they were in the water.
Yeah, that would do it.
Literally, a solid couple inches of water washed over the entire boat, and everyone got kind of wet. But anyone who was in the front seats of the pontoon boat got, like, just dipped in the lake a little bit. Like, it went into the lake as opposed to sitting on top of it. It was one of the scarier things that's happened to me that I can remember.
For some reason, I'm thinking this pontoon is like a cigarette boat or whatever they're actually called, but kind of like super hyper speed boats. It's like made out of aluminum foil. And if they hit like even at the tiniest of waves, they break into 1,000 people. You ever seen one of those things?
What?
1,000 people?
Imagining a cigarette boat made out of people.
My pontoon hit a wave. Oh god, it turned into people. No!
Oh, the people are escaping from the pontoon.
No, the people.
Back in there.
Oh, my ham sandwich that had the cooler is also people now. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna eat it.
You know, I knew we shouldn't have rented our boat from Soylent Boats.
Yeah, you.
Yep. That was our mistake.
Cruises. We are here for you.
This episode of Distractible is sponsored by BetterHelp. Guys, I have the perfect solution to all of your woes. I have this bridge that just so happens to span over a ravine, right? And I attach my bungee cord and I leap over the edge and I go falling and I go, ah! And then all of the sadness just leaves my body.
I don't want to do that.
That sounds
Worse
dangerous.
than sad.
Maybe message like BetterHelp. How about that?
Why not just go out and do it all yourself? Sometimes I go paragliding. I've like stitched together this really cool thing. I cobbled it together out of old umbrellas and I just go to the nearest cliff face and I just jump off. And then all those sadness and bad feelings, they just whoosh right out of my body.
And how long do they stay gone? I'm assuming they come back pretty quick.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're back by the time I get to the top of the mountain. Then I just jump off again.
You're just covering up with that? Like you're trying to bury them down or ignore your feelings?
Yeah.
Because like with BetterHelp, all you have to do is get set up like a video session, phone call. You can even just like text chat, you know, back and forth. It's pretty affordable. I'm assuming costs a fair amount to buy all these old parachutes.
No, God, free. I get them out of the dump.
Plus, BetterHelp is fast. You could be matched with a therapist and start talking to them in under 48 hours.
Maybe when you talk to someone at BetterHelp, you could bring up your thrill-seeking needs as, you know, part of the discussion.
And you know what, Mark? Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/distractible. That's BETTERHELP.com/DISTRACTIBLE.
I don't have a lot of good service on this mountain, so I'll call when I get to the bottom. I'll see you around. Hey,
This episode of Distractible is sponsored by M.A.D.D.Y. I love social media. I'm on the Twitter. I'm on the TikTok. And you see all these, you know, like fitness people posting pictures with like 12-pack abs and doing handstands, all this stuff. And it just feels like, you know, pressure. I wish there was a way for me to sort of set my own more realistic goals and then work toward that.
I wish that was a thing, but, you know, we got an episode to do, so let's move on with this. Anyway, the points are...
Wait. You all need to spend some time looking at Noom.
Is that the new fad diet where you only eat stuff that you find outside?
No. Noom is not a diet. Noom is a psychology-based approach at how you think about food. It doesn't tell you
How do you
what
spell
to eat,
fail?
when to eat,
Is
how
it
to eat. It helps you make
is it
informed decisions
FAIL?
that kind of curates your own experience.
I'm not gonna
to make
circle
sure
it
that you have a better
until I
chance of
know for
following
sure.
through. It's a lot less restrictive, a lot easier, and a lot more effective, I think.
I think Wade's having one of his moments. This can't possibly exist. It sounds too convenient and too helpful. So
the catch then is this is some sort of thing where I'm in like a group with a bunch of other people, but they're all already healthy and fit, and they all post pictures with barely any clothes on.
Oh no,
and I'm just sit here like, I can never do.
No, this is literally just you. There's an app. You can spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you want on the app to kind of figure things out, to curate your experience. It's all about you. Start building better habits for healthier long-term results. You can sign up for your trial at noom.com/distractible. That's noom.com/distractible. Sign up for your trial at noom.com/distractible.
all right. Well, the actual theme of this episode, besides the random elements, is anything goes. And that means you can basically tell me whatever you want. You can go look up funny stories on the internet. You can go, like, tell personal stories. I'm really opening up the floor for absolutely anything will go, because the scoring system, I was talking during the alarm. How do I think I get points for that.
Yeah, well, that brings
How
up.
am I losing to the fucking host?
That brings up my question: is what exactly happens when you win points, Mark? Because it's bound to happen.
I got 9 points.
Holy shit.
I'm for first while I'm at 0.
Are you about to win yourself an episode?
Bob, you and I are tied right now, so it's gonna be a tight race.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So literally,
I'm gonna get points.
I'll offer you the floor, Wade. You want to talk? Talk, man. Go for it, man.
Yes, I have a subject I would like to talk about. It's called every word in the dictionary. So we're gonna start with the word A.
No.
Some kind of thing.
Oh, but I'm gonna read it funny like.
this is the other part of the game. Is if I don't like what you're talking about, I will shut you down and I will give the floor to the other person.
This is literally the anti-Wade episode because you hate me.
Oh, you make me laugh all the time. You tell tons of funny stories.
Oh, god damn it.
If this podcast has proven anything, especially over the last like month and a half, it's that you are
funny, Wade.
That's a very good idea.
You are funny.
Yeah. The fact that you just happen to not have won any points thus far is purely luck related.
Yeah.
Yes,
Coincidental.
I would agree. Maybe if I take my time and talk more slowly, I have a higher odds of hearing those lovely sirens.
Nothing yet. It's between 1 and 5 minutes, or 1 second and 5 minutes, so it could be anything in between.
So are you going to actually let yourself win if that happens, though, Mark?
I don't know. I didn't actually account for the fact that I could be talking.
That's the game.
That's the game. We'll
I
figure.
mean, that'd be fine with me if you just win your own episode. That's a little messed up, but
That's a little messed up, man.
it is actually random. That seems fair.
It is.
It is random.
It is completely random.
Does it seem fair, Wade?
I literally can't even see what the timer is. I'll actually show you guys a screenshot of what it looks like, just to full transparency on it.
Yes.
It just shows it'll randomly do these 3 lines will they'll grow and it'll just like a little animation. But I can see no numbers and I can see nothing there. And the random generator is Google's like default. You Google random generator and I put 0 and 10. So that's what it is. And just to prove also that the last result was 9, I'm putting a screenshot of the points that came in there.
I believe you.
So
All right, that is a screenshot. At least 2 minutes have passed since the last one, so I guess I'll talk for 3 minutes here real quick.
all right.
Man, favorite Internet Explorer version, guys. I don't know, man. I certainly love them all.
No, nah, I'm rejecting that one.
Okay, God
I'm
damn
giving
it.
it back to Bob.
Well, didn't Internet Explorer finally die, technically?
Yes, it did.
Microsoft Edge now, I think. Right?
Well, Edge has existed since like Windows 8 or Windows 10 released or something, but like officially this past week.
Oh
Please be
All
0.
right, Bob. That's a good job.
10 points.
6.
All right.
6 points for Bob.
Officially on June 15th, Microsoft
Mhm.
called the last call for Internet Explorer. It is no longer supporting Internet Explorer as a piece of Microsoft software.
That's great, man.
no. Wow, that's
So it still
great,
exists.
man.
You could find it and install it, but like Edge is the only officially supported Microsoft browser.
Okay.
Which I don't know why Internet Explorer hung around so long. Was anyone using it? I get that a lot of software they're like, people are using this. We can't get rid of this. Fucking who's using Internet Explorer in 2022?
Other countries is really predominantly. Yes, because like as technology rolls out in America, sure, we get it over real quickly, but in other countries, like a lot of them have system redundancies, old systems. I know even in Korea, which is a developed country now, they still had tons of computer systems, government systems that had Internet Explorer and all these different educational systems.
But relied on that. They couldn't use just like, Mozilla, like Firefox or Chrome or whatever.
Also, their versions of Windows are old.
Oh.
So like they have to. I was talking.
Oh my.
Trying to find an opening to speak.
What if Wade never gets any points from the round?
Oh, that would be so awesome. Oh no.
Oh shoot! Gosh darn it!
Oh gosh darn it.
Well, rich people also use Internet Explorer a lot because if you're constantly buying a new computer, it was the default browser. So before you installed Chrome or anything else, you had to open it up. So if every week you just said "fuck you" and bought a new computer, you were using Internet Explorer right away.
I mean,
Edge.
Edge.
Yeah, Edge
Edge
was
is
there.
the default.
Edge
I
was
think.
the
on most
default, I
computers.
think.
Well, maybe it is now. I think it used to be Explorer though before there was Edge.
Oh, yeah,
But
of
not
course.
if you buy Macs either.
Yeah,
Rich people be buying Mac computers. That's for
that's
sure.
true.
No. Only artists and dogs. Only artists and dogs. I don't know what I was trying to say, but dogs is what came out.
I would love to see the source that you're citing, that only rich people and dogs use a Mac computer. I was even interrupting you, Wade. Oh, yeah. Dude, this game's easy.
Dude, it is. I swear to God, it's totally random. I swear, Wade, this is not.
I don't believe you. I think the whole premise of this is like Wade's secret words. You had I want to see how much Wade can lose it. Therefore, I'm going to give literally everyone else fucking. Amy's going to come with another goddamn smoothie, and she's going to get fucking points.
Oh my god, please, Amy.
Amy, come in here.
Outstanding.
Come in here.
Amy,
Amy.
for 10 seconds, and all you hear in the background is like, smoothie. It's 9 points. Wade is losing to Amy on this week's episode. Somehow, in a podcast with 3 hosts, Wade came in 4th.
I'm going to finally actually get the fucking thing to go off. It's going to be a 0.
Oh my God.
No, seriously though, Wade, if there's anything that happened this past week, you said you were playing Diablo 2 Immortal. Or
I quit playing
talk
mobile
about
games.
something,
I quit
man.
playing mobile games.
Good. Okay, talk about
I
that.
retired from mobile games. They were filling up my schedule too much.
How much were you playing them? Like, as a just explain that.
I was using my tablet close to 9 hours a day.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What the fuck? Just for mobile games?
Between watching stuff, like watching videos, and playing 4 different mobile games, I was spending close to 9 hours a day on my tablet.
4?
Don't you work? What do you do?
4, which, because Diablo Immortal and I work. That's why I wasn't getting any sleep. I was getting like 4 hours of sleep. It's just like I'd wake up, I'd do the mobile game grind, hang out with the dogs and Molly, eat dinner, whatever, stream, and then it was like, all right, now I gotta grind. And while I was doing anything else, like I'd be watching stuff with friends, or we'd be playing like Lost Ark or other games together, I would still have my tablet up on the side. I'd be like doing mobile stuff on that.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, I gotta do all my dailies before I go to bed. And every fucking mobile game now, they've got like, oh, well, what if we made you play for 4 hours a day in order just to get the basic rewards? And it just got to be too much. And I was like, fuck it. I'm just cold turkey quitting from all of them. I don't have time for this. And I've been clean for a week and a half now. No questions, no talking. It's my turn. I don't want anyone interrupting at all.
I'll say it fast.
Just in case. All right, go.
If you're comfortable talking about how much money do you spend on them on a weekly basis?
Weekly, I don't know. Maybe depends on the week, because sometimes new shit would come out. Probably like $50 to $100 a week.
Wow.
Damn, that's so much.
Which was adding up.
That's big expenditures.
But I have to add too, I wasn't playing all of them for all this time. Like I was only playing 1 or 2, then I've kind of added, and I'm like, now I'm gonna quit them all. But we went on this lovely trip to Florida, and I was like,
The
thinking about the
Florida.
trip.
Oh!
Not zero.
Hey!
All right, yeah, you got
Please, 0.
2
What do you guys have?
2 points.
I have
2
like 16
points.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Bob is currently at
18 maybe?
19 actually.
19.
I'm at
wow.
9. Wade's at 2.
Wade's got 2.
Wade's got 2.
We got 2.
Hey, one of the times I won, I only got 2, so we're basically even.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Is there a negative points thing on this? Can you earn negative points?
That would be
That would
I
be
could put
fucked
that
up.
in, I guess. You want negative points in there now?
It might be my only shot.
I'll do it. If we all agree, I'll put negative 10 in here.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I
God.
mean, if you guys agree, I'll do it.
Yes.
Bob?
All right, Wade wants this.
I need a chance. If I end up the only one that gets negative points, I'm also gonna
You did this. You're the one who did this.
I know. I just like when you stole my case and you lost. I get it. I'm putting my losing neck on the chopping block.
I do feel like it should be like -5 to 10 or something, so that it skews so that you're likely to get a positive, but you can't get a negative.
For clarity's sake, I'm actually going to stream my screen so you guys know I'm not bullshitting anything. When the alarm goes off, I have to hit a sound effect, but this way you guys can see it. There's nothing really to see, obviously, but that is the timer on the left and the random number generator on the right. So everything's on the up and up.
Hey, I believe you, man. I'm not even worried about it.
All right, so just checking. All right, so Wade, that was what were you talking about?
Well, I said we had a trip to Florida, and when I realized that the mobile thing was a problem was whenever we were planning this trip to Florida, and it was not a cheap trip. It was a very expensive trip, but I wanted to make sure we did something cool because Molly wanted to have like a big 30th celebration for her birthday, but then COVID happened and we couldn't do anything. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have a great celebration. People are gonna come hang out, and we got this nice house like within a block of the beach and all of these like places we like. But the week leading up to it, I was like looking and I was like, man, okay, well if we go to the beach like I don't know 2 or 3 hours here, I can grind mobile games for like this little bit before dinner.
Oh,
And
no.
like, I was trying to plan my week around not enjoying the vacation, but yes.
Please, negative points.
Please, negative
God.
points.
And the points we're going for -5.
Oh!
I'm sorry, was that -3 points?
Yeah, Wade is at
Oh,
-3
no.
points.
It's okay, Wade. It's okay.
All right, Wade.
Okay, I don't want to play. I quit mobile games so I can enjoy my vacation. Vacation was nice. Now it's great to be fucking home again. I love this. This is where I want to be.
So wait, you played a good amount of Diablo Immortal then. I mean, people are not happy about the microtransactions. How is the game though? Like, is it okay?
Well, I played for like 4 days, and the game was fun. Like, the game itself was fun. They incorporated some of the stuff I like from like Diablo 3 and so on and so forth. The problem with it is that the top tier loot, I guess, is these gems that you have to put in your armor, and the gems give you a big boost in power and such. And you don't notice that while you're leveling up, but you get to a point, and I was in the clan on our server.
The clan.
The clan. Like, I was playing on an EU server with a bunch of people that do like mobile games for their jobs and such. And this clan was super competitive, so in order to stay into it, we had to grind our levels up, and they were cutting people like crazy. In fact, I got cut once, and I had to like re-earn my spot.
Oh God.
But like, you had to be leveling. And so within like the first 3 or 4 days, I was Paragon like 20 or something. Like, I was getting up there in Paragon levels, which is harder to get in Immortal than it is in like other Diablo games. And I had a bunch of like these legendary gems and stuff, and I was trying to get some of the 5-star ones. I actually got really lucky. Like, the third one I got to drop was like a 4-star, which apparently someone has spent $25,000 and still has not gotten a 5-star variant.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, what?
I've seen some crazy articles about this game. There was also a guy who spent like 10 or 15, I forget the number, like 5-digit amount of money on it, and then got like the 5-star drop, and then destroyed it in game as some kind of protest or something.
Yeah.
Which is fucking stupid because you still paid Blizzard $10,000. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But
Good God.
yeah. People are pretty hot and bothered about this. I think it looks fun. I've played like the intro, like the tutorial, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It plays fun.
It is.
But all the microtransaction shit, it seems like it's just a garbage cache-in.
Yeah.
It's just a shame for Diablo.
It plays well on tablet or whatever. On mobile, it plays well on PC. It had some issues on PC because it wasn't originally for it, but I think they've hopefully cleaned it up. The game itself was enjoyable. The problem is whenever you get to the later parts of the game, and the end game became either PvP or just grinding the same single, like, whatever the dungeon of the week is, you would just grind that over and over and over and over. And the way you get these legendary gems are doing rifts. like in Diablo 3, but you have to have legendary crests or eternal legendary crests in order to get the best gems. And it just becomes super grindy, super pay to win if you want to stay in the top clan and you want to be good at PvP. Because people that were higher level than me, I was able to destroy because I got that 4-star legendary gem and my power was just so high. So, I mean, I was just annihilating people in PvP that were a lot better than me and higher level than me, and I shouldn't have been able to.
Hey.
Me?
All right, Wade.
All right, Wade, here we go.
Yes.
This is where the points come in.
Yes.
Come on, earn some points, buddy.
Please positive. Please positive. Oh, God.
Ah!
Negative 8.
Oh,
Mark, I'm really glad you threw your screen because I could see in real time when you click the button and when Wade's agony increases.
We are 25 minutes in and I am 30 points behind.
All right, I'm gonna shift gears though. It's funny because Diablo 3 is like that same type of gameplay where it's nonstop grinding.
But you get stuff. That's the difference.
You get stuff, yeah. It's
You
just
actually get stuff.
it's like they don't give you the actual reward. The gameplay might be good, but there's no reward. It's all behind paywalls, and that's stupid. But I'm gonna shift gears. I'm gonna chuck it over to Bob. What random topic do you have for us to discuss today?
Yeah. So, I told the story about the boat sinking.
yes,
You
you
sure did.
Laughing
did.
insert just in case. Okay.
All right. So I have an inquiry, I guess.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
answers.
This is a thing I would like some response to. So the boat story came from this trip that we took, right?
Right.
We rented a house on a lake. It was through Airbnb. Now,
Uh-huh.
Airbnb is a lot like Uber and all the like rideshare apps and all of the like food delivery apps. The success of a listing on the Airbnb is tied heavily to it having a good rating, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those like every time you ride in an Uber, there's like a sign of the person's like, "Hey, rate me 5 stars because that'll help me out." And generally, I do that. Like even if the ride was only okay, if they got lost, like I don't really care unless they did something really egregious or said something really distasteful or something. I'm always like, yeah, 5 stars. Good for you.
I have a funny little story about that whenever we have a moment.
Well, there should be opportunity for you to tell a story.
Yeah, you'll find it. It's just how natural conversation goes.
Well,
Well,
this
yeah.
house we rented on Airbnb, it was nice. It was in a nice spot on a lake, and it was a good house, but it was dirty. Oof. The day we were checking in, they sent a message. The host sent a message that was like, "Hey, just to let you know, someone checked out just before you, and the oven is like." They told us the oven's like really dirty, and we were like, "Oh, well, it's just fine." And they were like, "If you
They
want."
don't have a cleaning crew? Like, they don't send anybody in to clean this place
Well,
up?
so someone checked out at like they had to be out by 10,
Yeah.
and we checked in at like 3 after 3.
Mm.
So they have like a 5-hour window.
That's how the one I rented was like, too, but they had a cleaning crew coming in the meantime.
Yeah, well, they basically said the cleaning people didn't have time to like clean the oven right, and it needs a deep clean. So if you want, we can schedule them to come in during your stay and like clean the oven.
If you want to have a clean house, I guess we can make that happen for you.
Yeah, and we were like, well, let us look at the oven and we'll decide. And we kind of looked and we were like, it is dirty, but we don't really want a person to come and I don't know what they're gonna do. We're just trying to have a vacation. We'll just like, fine.
What happened to this oven?
I don't know, but it clearly
I have made stuff in the oven, and the oven is not, like, there's not usually a controversy around the cleanliness of an oven.
It had clearly not been cleaned in months or years. This oven was fucking crusted with shit. And this is sort of like a theme of this house.
Oh, no.
It wasn't like an old rundown house. It was a nice house, actually.
Hey!
God damn it, be negative.
10 points. 10
And
points,
let's see,
please, for the little
generate -3.
Hey!
Fair is fair. Fair is fair.
Fair is fair. Fair is
But, like,
fair.
the floors were just sort of dirty. Not
Uh-huh.
like insanely dirty, but how are the floors not clean? The grill also, there's a grill outside, which we used we cooked most of the time we were there. Most nights we cooked dinner and cooked food. The grill was so dirty that when it was on, the crap in the bottom tray of the grill caught fire.
Ooh.
And the whole grill like went up in flames.
What kind of cleaning crew do they send? Is it a person who just changes the sheets? Like,
Yeah.
I think of someone who cleans everything.
Yeah, well, I would expect, sweep the floors, mop the floors, clean all the bathroom stuff down, like, clean the shower, clean the toilets. Like, I would also expect a full cleaning of, like, at least the quality you get in a hotel. It's a hotel, so other people have been there, but they clean it.
All right, well, where they sleep looks pretty good. I guess where they eat, better make sure it's crusty as fuck.
No. I think with Airbnbs, what they go for is like anywhere that could potentially have semen on it or any other kind of bodily fluids. They hit those target areas first, and the oven.
Then why didn't they clean the oven? oven.
The oven is a low percentage of semen probability.
None
I'm
of the
just gonna put
places
that out
I've
there.
stayed.
The other thing that I want to throw into this before I open it up for input is on one of the last nights we were there, not the very last night, but it was later into the week. We were all getting ready for bed. It was like 1 a.m, right? We kind of stayed up. It's a vacation, so we stayed up kind of late every night and then hung out. But we all getting ready for bed. It's like 1 or 2 a.m. I don't remember. The smoke detectors through the whole house just start going off.
Are they carbon monoxide and fire, or just fire?
Well, we have no idea. They start
Okay.
going off,
These
and
are
we're
the
like,
important
fuck.
details.
And so my Maddie's brother like hits the button at some point, and they stop, and they start going off again. And I'm like, is there one that's going off first? And we start doing research, right? We look at the documentation because there's like a binder with this place. There's no information about this,
Of course.
and so I start Googling. Like, I look at the thing, the smoke detector, and I Google.
And he's
Hey!
done it again!
God damn it!
He's
Open
done
up
it
for
again!
inquiry!
Almost.
Almost. Very close. Let's see.
Almost.
-1. Man, these negatives.
Wow.
I was gonna say negatives are the only thing popping up now. What the fuck?
All right. Sorry, Bob. Sorry for the interruption.
That's fine. Eventually, we realized that the battery, these are hardwired into the power of the house, but they have backup batteries. And the backup battery in one of these things is dying, so it's chirping, which is causing the whole system, because they're all connected to each other, to go off like there's a fire. So luckily, fucking random luck, my father-in-law had just put a new 9-volt battery into like a fishing scale thing that he had brought with him because we were fishing. We took that out, put the battery in, and it stopped going off. But that stupid fucking smoke detector flashed red the whole rest of the time we were there because fucked up or something.
I'm sure they'll clean it. Don't worry.
So this is
What? God.
No, that was me, right?
No,
No.
you're so close.
You were so close.
God, I didn't even get it. Wait, was that me then? No, that was
No,
me.
it was
That was more.
generate my points.
And then generate your points.
Yes.
5 good points.
God.
And now me.
Nice. What the fuck?
9 points. Oh, oops.
Oh my god.
All right, man. This is going well.
What am I at? Like negative fucking 15?
Wade, answer me this, Wade.
Please.
All these informations I've just given you, is it fair to give this house a shitty rating on Airbnb, or is that still mean because it potentially is going to torpedo their business and cost them money? Is that bad enough?
The first thing I would have done is contact them and been like, I would have given them like the complaints of like, hey, all your shit's dirty, your fire alarms are going off, this is miserable, and see if like, oh well, I'm so sorry, let me give you some money. Like, you know, that's what I would have.
I didn't even say when the fire alarms were going off in the middle of the night. I messaged, and Airbnb doesn't send your messages until the a morning time, so that they don't get it in the middle of the night. So I was like, smoke detector's going off. Can you help? And the next day at like 9 a.m. they were like, shoot, they always go off at the worst times, don't they?
So that's it.
They didn't even say like, oh god, I'm so sorry. Apparently it's customary on Airbnb to offer like a little refund.
Mhm.
Like I'll be like, I'll give you $100 off that day because we kind of ruined your experience. I'm really sorry that happened or whatever.
Okay.
They didn't do shit. They barely even cared. They were like, gosh darn it, doesn't that just happen?
Mhm.
Like, no, not if you fucking change the batteries in your smoke detectors.
Yeah, so dirty oven, dirty grill, bad batteries, and no good customer service. It sounds like I don't know how much this place charged. The one we were at was pretty expensive, but they also like everything we expected was delivered. So we kind of knew what we were getting, and we got a really good living situation for that time. It sounds like this place, they're just like, let's charge you money. Oh man, $5 cleaning service, perfect. Send them in. Oh, batteries. Oh, we replaced those like a decade ago. They're probably still fine. Smoke detector. Who needs it? No one smokes in 2022. So yeah, I'd be probably at this point ready to leave a bad.
He got it. He got it.
In there.
-10.
I could tell you that's
-10.
what you were doing, Wade, but you still did it. All right, here we go. And whoop. Okay, -3.
You have got to be shitting my fucking trick cereal.
Just to be clear, you requested that the negative.
You requested it, Wade.
Entirely your own.
You requested it.
Do you want
Hey,
me to
I've lost
remove the
several
negative?
No!
No, not remove the negative?
It's going to turn in my favor eventually.
I'll make you an offer, Wade. If we remove the negatives,
Uh-huh.
we'll reset you to 0. I would offer you that if Mark is on board.
Yeah,
I'll let you
What am I
reset
currently
to
at?
a
What am I
0.
currently at?
You're at like -15 or something. I don't know.
You're -14, Wade.
No, I'm gonna earn this back the old-fashioned way with elbow grease and gambling.
All right.
How about we go high roller? I'll get it to like -25 to +25. You want to
Done.
increase the
Do it.
bounds?
Jeez.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Bonus round.
All right.
So anyway, I'm on the fence. I want to give a shitty review, but I also appreciate that. I don't want to like totally fuck these people over. But that's not really like that's shitty, right? That's like
Yeah.
they're doing it as cheaply as possible.
No, you can only do so many favors.
That's not okay. To be like, yeah, we'll rent you a clean house, and it's not that clean.
You're surprisingly calm about this. I'm guessing if this happened the same day, we'd have another Bob's Fridge on our hands, because like this is starting to piss me off just listening to it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, well, if it had all happened all at once, it would definitely have made me more mad. It sort of built up over the week where it was like, before we even got there, the oven thing, and we were like, well, maybe the last people like exploded something in the oven. Like, who knows? Clearly had not been cleaned in such a long time. There's no way one family stayed there and fucked that up enough that bad.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, anyway, I guess what I'm getting is I'm about to give these guys an absolutely scathing review.
Do it.
Do it right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
do it right now.
Read it out while you.
No.
Do it. Yeah. Read it out. Read it out. Read it out. Read it out. Read it out.
Wade, what random bullshit have you brought to the table?
Oh, well, hadn't really thought all that through, but had a week.
All right, going right back.
No. No.
Oh wait, no, I have one. You'll like this, Mark.
No.
Have you heard about nothing technology?
Wait, nothing?
Yeah, specifically, Mark, you two talk. Fuck you guys.
There's this new. Well, I don't know how new it is. MKBHD just released like a review like today, like this morning. Nothing is a new technology company that is releasing a new phone called Phone One, and their whole thing is like, we're bringing the fun and the levity back to electronics, baby. And it's supposed to be like a new subversive phone thing. Have you heard about this at all, Mark?
No, I haven't.
No, I have not heard about it. Is this kind of like there was a concept where it was like a modular phone? Is that what this is?
Oh, I was so excited about that.
Yeah.
So this is not
I
modular.
used the phone once. You know, I've talked too. All right,
Cool,
great.
bro. Cool. Oh, no way. That just happened right when I started talking. Wait, you almost interjected at exactly the right moment.
I've almost done shit a lot, but I haven't done shit yet.
You were so close,
And
man.
Bob's ooh, Bob,
Oh,
negative
that stings.
13 points. Ooh,
That
hurts.
That's rough.
That's rough. That's rough.
Oh, thank fucking God.
But anyway, this phone has features like on the back. There's a system. It's called like the Glyph interface or something.
The
There's
glyph.
a series of lights on the back that are supposed to give you info about the phone, about like if you have notifications. There's a line down by the USB-C plug where when you plug it in, it acts as like a meter of like how charged your phone is. I think you would find it interesting because you like tech and you're interested in like phones and things. I don't know when you can get it, but it officially launches July 12th.
Okay.
I have no idea if you need to be like a backer, as they did like Kickstarter or what, but it's just interesting. It's an Android-based thing, but they did their whole custom launcher for this phone. It's supposed to be a very interesting new take on basically a cell phone.
That is interesting. I will look into that. Thank you for having a conversation with me and me only
Yeah.
about this
Wade
thing.
doesn't find this sort of
No,
thing.
he doesn't.
He doesn't like this. He doesn't like
use them,
this.
I talk on them. I dial numbers. I make phone calls.
You just told a whole story about how you're using mobile technology less because you're getting rid of your unhealthy addiction
Yeah,
to mobile gaming and
Yes.
that's all that stuff.
that is
You
true.
can still use phones for other things like porn.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You're not
Okay.
watching porn on a 70-inch flat screen TV. What are you doing with your life?
Well, it doesn't sound right because phone audio quality isn't the best, but that's when you can get like your Sonos speakers or whatever, you know? Let's tie it all in. That's right.
I don't think that's this episode, man.
Oh
Nope.
shit, that doesn't matter. I just wanted to say words and stuff that were relevant to the conversation at hand.
Wait, okay, all right. I'll give you a chance here. Like, have you looked up like what are cool articles you found, funny stories you see on the internet?
I literally Googled any news at all, and it's all depressing, awful shit. I looked up Soulja Boy. I looked at myself in the mirror, man. I thought about shaving my armpits live just so the noise of the razor might give me points. I'm out of everything. I'm desperate. I'm dying. dying. Where's the buzzer?
How do you have so little to talk about?
Yeah, what?
You talk constantly.
Yeah.
You are one of the chattiest people I know when we're hanging out. You talk about everything.
Mhm.
Something about losing so big so early has just collapsed me in on myself.
It's okay, you have a
It's
chance.
okay,
Bob just got
Bob.
that negative 13.
What do you like,
It's-
Wade?
I mean,
How are
Wade?
your dogs?
Yeah, how are you doing?
How are your
Fine,
dogs?
thanks for asking. Ginger does have a little bit of a rash. I think she's got bad allergies and she ran out of allergy pills, but they're doing good.
Okay.
They like to swim.
Yeah.
We were on vacation. We got a picture of her on a. She's like the only water dog I've ever had where she actually
Aw.
likes the water. She was floating
Aw.
around in the pool on a raft by herself, just chilling while we were gone.
And, oh, was that Wade or me? That was right on the edge.
I actually don't
I would say
know.
that was Wade.
I think
or
Wade.
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 I
Wade.
believe
If
Wade.
it was me, if it was
Wade.
me, if it wasn't.
For me, it was I saw it when I was like, "What are you laughing at?" I think that's when it came up. So I'm gonna give it to Wade, and boom, -10.
Hey, that's less negative than what I had guessed.
That's true.
That's
That's
something.
true.
That's really something, buddy.
Yeah.
Great. My net positive of 13 turned into 3. All right. Feeling good. Feeling happy.
You wanted the negative. We
You wanted
had an
this.
ordinance to take it
It's
down.
not supposed to hit me. That's how gambling works.
That's true. That is true.
That is true.
You're never supposed to lose. The house never wins.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure is the saying is.
But hey, it's been 2 negatives in a row. That means it's got to be a positive.
It gotta be a
So
positive.
if, it's gonna become a landmine. No one wants to talk to the rest of you.
No, everything's fine. Did you know? Do you guys ever watch the World Series of Poker? Apparently that's going on. Phil Ivey's about to win or something.
Oh,
You actually watch poker?
I haven't in a long time, but like probably a decade ago, I used to watch it on ESPN all the time, the different World Series. There was Daniel Negreanu, Phil Ivey, I forget all the different names, but like there were some regular competitors that were always like being talked about and stuff. It was pretty interesting.
That sounds good.
Actually.
I think it's interesting that that's a whole career to be a professional, like, and it's not just like playing slots, right? Like you can actually be good at poker to the extent where you win enough that it's like a thing, kind of. There is always luck, but also there's a lot of skill to it. But I feel like you have to be such a specific kind of person to be cool with that being like your job.
I imagine there's got to be other, like, it's probably like what we do, where there's like some amount of sponsorship and stuff that goes with it. Like you're sitting at the table on TV, so like you wear a hat that says something like, "Oh, we'll give you $1,000 to wear this hat." Like there's got to be something else to it, as well as I guess if you're just really good at reading people and you're like, even if I have average luck, I'm good enough at reading the table to know I can probably still win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's also one of those things where a lot of people are like, "Oh, I am a professional poker player," and it's kind of a fake it till you make it thing, and people think that you can just will it into existence, but gambling doesn't work that way.
Except for on this show, I'm still going to win. I know that my luck is going to turn around any time now.
It's not gambling because you're not putting anything up to risk it. You want to wager
My pride.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing to lose, Wade. Really.
I feel like I am losing. I feel like a loser if I don't win.
Okay. Whoa! I think my okay.
Mark gets the points. Yeah, I think it was you.
What is it?
I'm sorry. Wait.
He's gonna get like 20 points on this.
Wait. Oh, good. I'm in first place.
This has all been a
I
setup.
got 6 points.
I know that you muted at one point. You talked to everybody. You're like, all right, listen, I'm just going to give myself the win, but I'm going to have this elaborate fucking game show to destroy my friend's confidence.
Look, man, I didn't think it would be this bad. I don't know how it's gone so wrong for you. I feel sorry.
I don't care anymore. I did think of something interesting to talk about, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
One, I had the Uber story, which is really short. Basically, when we were talking about Uber earlier, we actually had an Uber ride one time. I think you were in the car.
Me?
Whenever we were trying to get to we were trying to get somewhere, like a panel or something. I think it was in Boston.
To a place?
And we made the mistake.
To a
of telling our
place?
It was a taxi, not an Uber, I think. But we made the mistake of telling the taxi driver, like, "Oh, we're running a little bit late." And the dude rolled down his 2 windows, put a middle finger out each one, and drove down the middle of the road, just screaming obscenities and flying at full speed to get us there on time. And then he demanded no less than like a $30 tip once he got us there. I don't know if you remember that at all.
I
That
do
happened,
actually, yeah. That was just a
like
bizarre.
8 years ago or something.
It's in the early days of Uber before like there was all the integrated like tipping is included, or then tipping was added, and so drivers before would be like, you have to tip me. They say it's integrated, but they don't pay, which I believe 100%. But also it just made it awkward because I wasn't used to Uber yet.
I also had one where we went to an airport, and before the guy would pop the trunk for us to get our luggage out, he got out and demanded we leave him a 5-star review.
Did he have a gun?
He held our. Well, he wouldn't pop the trunk, so it's like our shit was being held hostage. Yes! Yes! 25 points! I know it! I feel it!
All right.
Come on, positive points for
Wade.
Wade. Oh!
18 points!
That would be like 0,
That
right?
brings Wade up to -6. He's climbing back.
Oh, God. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh my God! All right.
Does that put him ahead of me though? It does, right?
No, it does not.
No, God, no.
Chuck it back over to Bob. It is now your turn. What random bullshit have you brought?
I found a thing. A man who seems to have been disguised as an old woman in a wheelchair, because sure,
I saw this.
was detained, arrested in Paris after throwing a piece of cake at the Mona Lisa in the Louvre.
He tried breaking it first, I think. He
right.
tried breaking into, like, hurt it, actually damage it.
Yeah.
As he was being escorted away by police or security or whatever, the man shouted in French, "Think of the earth! There are people who are destroying the earth! Think about it! Artists will tell you, think about the earth! That's why I did this!"
Okay.
And I guess my takeaway from that is, what the fuck did Mona Lisa do to you, bro?
Yeah.
She
What
was
does
just
Mona Lisa
smiling.
have to do with this
What
shit?
did she
I
do to
don't
you?
know.
I mean, I get the idea of like doing some crazy ass shit so that the news has to cover it. Guess what the headline is, my guy? Man in wheelchair dressed as old woman arrested. The headline is not Earth Crusader pulls dramatic stunt and saves the environment. Like,
I
what?
guess we are spreading the word, though.
No, we're
right
kind
now.
of making
Yeah, well,
fun of it.
We're kind of making
Yes,
fun
but
of
like,
it.
Kill more
So.
trees because of this asshole.
What happens to people?
I don't know. They just want something that grabs people's attention. And for those listening, they didn't actually get cake on the Mona Lisa. There was a glass cover. It is protected because
Yeah.
I think that is the most valuable painting in the world, or something like that.
I can't think of one off the top of my head that would be more valuable.
I'm sure
Van
I can Google that and
Gogh.
find an answer that contradicts you.
Yeah, I'm
But-
sure. Yeah, but either way, it's
Mona
one of those
Lisa's
things
like
where
really
if you
pretty,
try to
but-
get enough attention, make a grand sweeping statement, it's like, this is my chance to remind everyone. But when you do something that's just antagonistic, people are just gonna not listen to your message and be like, well, that guy was a brick. Like it's just not necessarily. It's self-defeating in a way. Like, yeah, you get attention, but it's the wrong attention. It kind of hurts your cause more.
The Mona Lisa is recorded as having the highest ever insurance value for a painting that exists.
Wow.
I guess it's not been sold in a while, so it's hard to know what its actual monetary value would be because they're usually all auctions, right?
Taking into account inflation, the value which was created by the insurer in 1962 is worth about $900 million today.
Wow.
That's crazy. 900 million. There's no way.
But that's the insurance value, right?
Right.
I mean, so if you own a car that's worth, say, $10,000, it's insured for like $3,000.
Mhm.
Insurers try and get away with, and I don't know, it's not the same for art, but insurers do not necessarily even value it at the full amount that it would be. Hey!
No. Hell yeah, Bob. Hell yeah, and you get -3.
Wow, that's rough.
The gap is closing though. That's pretty good.
What is the tally right now? Yeah, where are we at?
All right, I'll read the tally. Bob is like, okay, that's 5, that's 10, 15, 20, 24, 27, +4 for Bob.
Right.
Wade,
Okay.
you're at -6.
6.
I'm
Okay.
I'm at 20,
I'm 10 behind.
24.
Seems fair.
Seems
All right.
I like it.
All right.
That's
well,
fair.
We are where we are, and we did what we do.
Yeah, we did what we did. You're right.
Anyway, just to finish the Wikipedia read that I was doing, in March 1987, Vase with 15 Sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh was sold for $24.75 million at auction, which in today's money is about 74 million pounds.
Cool.
So however that converts to dollars. So that's not 900 million, but that's as someone actually bought that amount.
Yeah.
Salvatore Mundi sold for what, $450 million? 2017.
How many people could you feed?
It's not
How
even
many
a
people could
good
you feed?
painting, bro.
Oh my God.
look, I don't know if I'm an uncultured or what, but like, so if you look at Salvador Mundi by Da Vinci, if you look at that, I don't know if you have it, Mark. Clearly, Wade was looking at it.
Salvador Mundi.
My instinct is that's an all right painting. Am I just uncultured that I don't understand?
The Jesus one?
Well, it's Salvador Mundi.
Well, with art, I guess the value depends on like the viewer, right? Like I'm not a big art person, so that doesn't mean much to me. It looks like Jesus holding a ball or something. So that's cool. I'd if it was painted out and I liked it for some reason, I'd pay like a couple $100 for it. But like, I guess
how is that possibly worth that much money?
It's not.
Because Leonardo da Vinci made it.
No, it's
good old Vince.
This is literally what happens.
Oh, Vincey boy.
It's a combination of things, right? You have people with way too much money and nothing to spend it on. So merely the notoriety of being the person to spend that much money on a painting, and they always go up in value. It's very oh god, oh no, all right,
It's not a really good painting.
7 points for me.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Literally, Jesus.
So it's either a combination of people with too much money, the notoriety of it, the always inflating values, the history of it, and also money laundering. Like that is a big part of it.
Right? Yeah, that's kind of what I've always thought.
How I've not heard that. How are paintings used for money laundering? This is
Bob,
news to me.
Do you know more about that than I do?
I'll just
Why
pretend
am I
like
asking questions? I should be telling you about the money laundering. God damn it.
All right, wait.
I'll pretend like none of us understand what money laundering is, and I'll explain it briefly,
Yeah.
and then let you talk, Wade.
Yeah.
All right, well, what happens is you
basically-
have all this cash you need to get rid of from all of the drug deals and people sales and shit that you do. So you buy a paintings, and then you've got something that's physically worth money, and you get rid of the cash, and then you can resell the painting for depositable income and laundered.
Sort of skipped over why it's laundering specifically. It's called money laundering because you clean the money.
It's so dirty.
You have money that's dirty because of what you said, drug deals or whatever.
Help me, step dollars.
But when you buy a car for $250,000 or a painting for $20 million or whatever, that converts your money from ill-gotten gains into the thing. Then when you sell that thing, it's totally legitimate for you to sell a thing that you own for some amount of money, right?
Mhm.
So, like, if a crime syndicate has $500 million in money that they've never reported taxes on and that they can't just put in their bank, like you said, buying art collections is a way to convert that into a thing of value that's legitimate and then sell it later or sell it right away even and get the cash.
That's what I said, basically, isn't it?
Kind of.
Or sell it to yourself. Basically, they hire an appraiser who, I mean, this has been talked about in movies and stuff forever, but it's like they get a painting that is not inherent. It's the same way NFTs kind of got inflated in value.
Oh, dude, we could be laundering with NFTs. Let's do it.
There was
Yeah,
tons, I imagine. Oh, so much.
That's kind of a big thing, wasn't it?
Like a lot of those kind of purchases were either from people being delusional and, buying things that weren't ever actually having any value in the first place, but also it seemed to be a very convenient way for people to launder money.
Hey, monkey smoking cigarette wearing baseball cap is gonna appreciate City Wood.
It's gonna appreciate. I don't know. Monkey with rocket on head with gold teeth might.
Random painting with a picture of stuff is going to definitely sell for lots of money. Beat for me, please.
You
Fucking beat for me.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Is it really so hard to just fill in some nouns and adjectives and just make it? You could have said any words that came into your mouth other than random painting.
I'm trying to Mad Lib just for any speck of point.
Wait, I'll give you a chance. Give us your explanation of what cryptocurrency and NFT is. Go.
Oh God.
Alright, so cryptocurrency is literally where you go into other people's computers and you have a little like digital pickaxe and you mine until you find, I don't know, fucking bandwidth or something. And you're like, oh, cash money. And NFTs are when you take a picture of something worth money and you're like, hey, you want this picture I took of like my grandma? It's worth more than my grandma. And you buy that picture and you're like, bam, money, cash. Fuck yeah, fucking goddamn it, where's the beat?
Fucking fuck.
Cryptocurrency was like surprisingly close.
Thank you.
Even
Thank
though
you. I want to
glossed
tell
over
more
a lot
about
of
that.
the technical things.
Mhm.
Yes, no, yeah, you can do it, buddy.
Oh god, I don't actually know and understand.
You know, Wade, if you just spent any energy coming up with an actual topic, you could talk for as long as you want. I'm not even cheesing the system. I'm not even trying to domineer the conversation.
No, you and I are. The system is against us, Bob. Mark's winning.
What do you mean it's against you?
The system is as fair and balanced as
It-
okay. Well,
Fair is fair, Wade.
it's gonna be
Fair
negative.
is
It's gonna be
fair.
And go.
Fair is fair.
Oh, no. 9 that, we have reached the conclusion of this lovely experience.
Oh no.
Anything goes on Distractible.
I wonder who won.
I wonder who
Tally
won.
the points, but wait, you've gone. Don't bother. You sure?
I mean, I'd like to know.
I would like to
Tell
know.
everyone how I have -6 points, but it's a real nail biter between you and Bob at fucking 29 and 28 points or whatever the shit it is.
Oh, that's a
I
little.
think Mark did win his own episode, which is a little sketchy.
I might. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stand for my own. I think that's only fair.
Oh, okay.
Because
I disagree.
Okay, why?
Rules were rules.
Rules were rules.
I think Wade's a little upset about what's happening here.
No, I'm fine. Everything's great. I'm gonna buy a painting and cry over it. I'm not doing mobile games. I might as well start doing some laundry.
You could always start like a horrible drug habit if you want, I guess.
That's true. Anybody? No, never mind. Tell me on the subreddit what kind of hard drugs you can sell me.
I think.
And thanks again to our sponsors.
Maybe don't do that.
Okay, so I think I might have missed the math, but the general feel is pretty close. I accidentally flubbed some buttons. Bob, you have 23 points.
Nice.
Wade, -6.
Right?
And technically, I have 31 points, but I abstained because it just wouldn't be fair, and I'm all about fairness here on Distractible.
Technically, it would be fair because it was completely random.
Wait, do you want me to?
Do you want?
I don't give a shit which one of you fucks I deal with next week. I'm a basement dweller regardless.
Bob has won the game. Congratulations.
Woo!
We still didn't win despite the abstination. The abstentation.
What?
The abstinence. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Bob, congrats.
Now you're talking like crazy. I don't know if you.
I'm fine.
My win feels somehow undercut by, let me just point this out, the man with the most wins up to this point on the podcast, who is somehow salty about the situation.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to point any fingers, but weren't you just boasting about that last week, Wade? That you've taken the strong lead in the overall win total?
Well, I did that by literally stealing wins from Mark, but yeah.
Yeah, he did do that, but it's all right.
So, hey, fair's fair. The rules
Fair
are
is
always
fair.
fair, and fair is fair.
Yes,
Fair is fair.
absolutely. Well, I think we got Wade's loser speech out of the way. Bob, would you like a winner speech?
I mean, I feel like I earned it. I had a really good boat story. I asked you
Yeah.
tough questions about Airbnb and giving 5-star ratings. It was a good discussion this week.
Oh, what's this? Bob gets more points?
Are you fucking...
4 points to Bob!
Hey!
I can say, kids out there, listeners, anyone who needs to hear this, just never give up.
Never
Always
give
keep
up.
trying, keep pushing.
Keep trying.
You never know how it's gonna shake out.
Set the bar low and you'll never be disappointed.
And maybe take after me instead of Wade this week.
Yeah, I think that's a good lesson for everyone to take into consideration. Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you to my
No
wonderful
problem.
competitors, Wade and Bob.
Yeah.
A good
I'm happy to
fight.
be here, bud. Thanks for
All the
having
way
us. I'm glad the
through.
lesson is don't be like Wade. It really makes me feel good.
Remember to subscribe, favorite, like Distractible so you can tune into every episode. We got some fun
Yeah.
stuff coming in the future. Check out our YouTube channel. Check out Bob and Meiskirm and Wade, Lord Minion 777 or Minion 777. Thank you so much. Podcast out.
Good evening,
Oh,
gentlemen.
no.
And welcome to Distractible.
No. Okay. So. Oh. Okay. I have some talking points that I made during the episode while also doing the large print word search. Oh my god. So Wade got demolished. And he said he wanted this. He fucking wanted this. And he got what he wanted, and it played out so badly for Wade. Oh, I feel so bad for Wade. Oh my god. The episode was really against him during this, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just bad. That's just bad. Oh, alright, well, First off, happy birthday, America. I guess I don't know. We don't really. The thing is, we stopped celebrating the 4th of July around when COVID hit. So basically, what we do for 4th of July is look up a fireworks show, turn off all the lights, and just watch it from our TV. I think that's what we're gonna do this year too. We may have like a kind of a barbecue, but we're not gonna do much this year like last year. So, talking points. Here we go. Airbnb. Okay, so I have some experience with Airbnb. Okay, I'm not saying it's bad, but the last time I was in an Airbnb, it was not the greatest. So it was me and Mom, and I think we were near Sacramento, and it was just me and her, and we were making dinner for ourselves, and there was literally no like trash bags, no like basically no napkins. There was some like cleaning supplies, like there were towels, but there was like no like other cleaning supplies. And I don't know why, but we bought a trash bag, like a box of trash bags and some napkins and stuff like that. And we left them there. So that happened. And the fridge was it had stuff from when either from when other people were staying at that house, or the owner just stockpiling random shit in the fridge. So that happened. But yeah, it's a bad Airbnb experience that we had. Anyways, another talking point. NFTs. What the fuck are they? I heard that word around like a lot, either in the past year or people making jokes about NFTs. I saw a video poking fun at what an NFT is, and I still have no idea what the fuck an NFT is, so we got that going for us. So I just want to know what the fuck an NFT was and why it was supposedly so viable but not viable anymore. So, okay, so I want to talk about one more thing. So, where is it? What's a good example? I guess this is a good example. Okay, so if you notice, I have things that are circled in blue. And those are words that I just found that are not in the word search. And I'm gonna do that from now on, because I like finding words in the word search that are not in the list. So we're gonna do that from now on. But Max should be coming over this weekend to film In Space Part 1 and 2. Like I said, he's going to do his first reaction as Part 1 of Space Part 1. I know it's kind of a mouthful, but he's going to do Max in Space with Mark Part 1, and then it's Max in Space with Mark Part 1, Part 2, and then In Space with Mark Part 2, Part 1, and then Max in Space with Mark Part 1, Part 2, Part 2. If that makes any sense. So he's gonna come over on the weekend. We're gonna do that. I think he's enjoying what's it called? 4th of July. I don't know what he does for 4th of July, but he's probably out there doing something. Anything else? I'm uploading a Patreon excluded, like Patreon only reaction to a movie that I did a couple of days ago. It's being uploaded to YouTube now, and I have to put it in my Patreon, but it's a Homeward Bound. I don't know if any of y'all see that movie. It's an old Disney movie that no one seems to mention it, and I only saw glimpses of it on TikTok, like the very end of it, so the end was spoiled for me for TikTok, and then on YouTube, one of my favorite YouTubers were having their dogs react to said movie, which was a little weird, but it happened. And then I was like, well, let me just watch the fucking thing, and why not record it for YouTube? But then I chopped it down, I did all my editing stuff, and then it got copyrighted, and then I'm like, fine, let me just do it all on Patreon and my my family, friends, if I have it on my tiers. It goes acquaintances, friends, my best friends on Patreon will get it. So we have that first. But anyways, I think that is it for today. This has been M.A.D.D.Y. I don't know, but I'll see you guys next time. Peace.